Hey, 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 beautiful twin flames, and welcome back to Tarot for You 444. I'm so excited to have you with me. I have got a beautiful, what have I got today? Let me see. A psychic love message. Is this for you? Okay, so I'm gonna do two stories today, and I've already chosen my decks. I pre-chose my decks. And are we ready? We're going to pause the video, because if you haven't got yourself a cuppa yet, you need to go and get one. Okay. Wow. I'm drinking tea, and I'm so excited to be here with you today, because the energies have been a little bit, as I like to say, batshit crazy. So I guess this is the start of our first story where divine masculine, or your divine masculine, may feel like he's having a bit of an unlucky cycle. Okay. Feeling a bit burdened and perhaps arguing or needing to come down in his vibration to deal with the people around him. There's been some mental conflict here as well. He's been really struggling to recompense or to pay the bills that he would normally pay. And I'm also feeling that because of that, he feels this sadness, because he really, really wants to bring his passion to divine feminine, and he really wants to grow with her. So I feel like money is the boundary for him. All right. I'm just going to turn the heater off because it's getting a little bit warm. So for this particular divine masculine, I feel as though he knows how to come to his divine feminine. You know, as in he's planning for union, but he doesn't want to tell her, that there is this lack of money, or this lack of, here it's showing up as, creative spontaneity, or, creation. A lack of creation also is a lack of manifestation. However, even though he may not have all of his ducks in a row when, in terms of monetary necessity, he does know that this connection is very healing. And in fact, he's being called by his spirituality, or by his, his God, whoever he believes in, to come forth and have faith that this connection can be a celebration. I'm going to call the next card Waiting Wayne. I like to name the cards because I think it's a bit of fun. So this is Waiting Wayne, and he's waiting for his money and resources to grow so that he can bring, it may be a secret for now, but he wants to share this secret with divine feminine. I'm working to come to you. I want to come to you. He's getting his affairs in order, but he's doing it in a very spiritual way. Okay? So you may receive a message, a small message, divine feminine, hinting about this progress that he's trying to make. And this small offer, wow, look at this, is going to come to fruition I feel like this could be in the next few months, and he'll say, I'm literally, you know, I feel like he's already said, I'm in love with you, but then will come the offer. And for some, even though this usually a page is an immature offer, for some this is going to be an offer of something really good, like, you know, I want to move in, I want to get engaged. And look, slow Simon's here, but look what he's holding, an engagement ring. He might be slow, but he's really thinking. This divine masculine says, despite his financial issues or circumstances, please stay in my life, I don't want you to go. Because of the frustration in the past, he said, all I want to do right now is cry and scream and let it all out because the pain is killing me inside. He really wants to be with his divine feminine. Really, really, really wants to be. And he feels bad for not being able to come in. So he says, I am sorry if I ever contributed to the suffering of your heart. He doesn't want his divine feminine to have to wait. Not at all. So that is story number 1. Story number 2 is this planning divine masculine here. He wants to come across water to his divine feminine and travel, but he can't at the moment because of this world situation. This very crappy world situation. He's kind of not feeling the love right now. But it's not, he's not feeling it, like he's feeling it from, hang on, let me rephrase this. He's feeling it from his divine feminine, but from the world, he feels like it's an unloving place to be. He feels like, because, you know, people can't interact like normal, it's kind of like a shitty scenario, you know, for everyone, not just him. This divine masculine's thought a lot about everything, especially his resources. Perhaps he's done some kind of planning. You know, what if this happens? Maybe I need to get my resources together. What if this happens? You know, he's a very intelligent man. Very, very intelligent man. And his eye is definitely all over divine feminine. There may be another woman in his life that he's had an argument with in the recent past. And you'll know this divine masculine, because he definitely has a lot of resources, including money. So he may own property, he may be an entrepreneur, he may be a real estate agent, or he could even have, you know, like a winery or some kind of fruit and vegetable. We'll call him Con the Fruiterer, alright? He sells vegetables for a living but makes a really good pay packet out of it, you know? Con the Fruiterer, that's funny. In Australia, we had a comedy show, and I can't remember what it was. It the Comedy Company? Some of you from Australia might know. And there was Con the Fruiterer, and it was this guy dressed up, an Australian guy, but he was pretending to be, I think he was Italian, you know, pretending to be Italian, and he had this cool accent, and he's like, hello, here's my flute, you know. He was being really funny. I can't do the accent very well, but it was a funny show. So this guy's kind of got all of his money together, kind of opposite to this other guy who doesn't. His divine feminine, or if you're watching divine feminine, you would have had some mental conflict in the recent past and felt really unbalanced because perhaps this divine masculine wasn't coming in as passionately as normal or as usual, and you were kind of wondering why. You were kind of wondering, like, well, hang on a minute. There used to be, or I want this, you know, freedom in love, this kind of free-flowing, happy-go-lucky kind of flowing communication. But the communication kind of stopped for a little while because your divine masculine was going through a spiritual transformation, perhaps even a dark night of soul. However, he was checking out your social media a lot. If you talk that way, you could have met him online, and he was perhaps even spying on you. Or if you sent I was going to say modeling photographs. I don't know why that came to mind. Maybe someone's a model, but if you sent pictures or something, he's been looking at those for a very long time. Kind of fantasizing about what he might like to do with you. He also feels this push from the universe to make an offer to you, something you can't refuse. He knows that without him you feel very sad. He knows perhaps that he also needs to give you an apology, and so he'll be coming in very soon after a time of contemplation. And this is who's your daddy here. So he was, I don't know, what should we call him? Can I use Harry? Harry won't mind. Harry the Hermit. He was being Harry the Hermit. Now he's the who's your daddy. I'm coming in to talk to you. I'm coming in to give you my masculinity. Booga booga. And here he is defending the connection, even though perhaps for some of you it is a third party connection where one or both of you are in a marriage or a partnership. There's also this feeling of, without you he feels a little bit unstable, and he knows that when he does finally come in and make this happen with you, that you are complete wish fulfillment for him. And I have no doubt he'll be coming to you very soon. He definitely wants union, and perhaps he's even enlightened enough to realize that this connection's written in the stars, and he could actually be a star, like famous in some kind of way. I'm also feeling that he has a love message for you now. He's a very intelligent man. He's mature, He thinks a lot. He could be a water sign. I don't feel like he's in his ego at all. I feel like he's very spiritual. He says, I get butterflies every time my eyes lock with yours. He then says, I'm sorry that this is how things turned out. He's kind of ashamed that he's in another connection, if he is, or if you are. He doesn't like this. Yeah. Then he says, I don't care how hard being together is. Nothing is worse than being apart. Alrighty. The last message he wants to say is, there's just something about you I'm scared to lose because I know I won't find it in anyone else. And that's the truth. Yeah. Wow. Beautiful. So I hope everyone's doing well. I know these energies have been tough the last few days, astrologically speaking, but I feel like they're going to shift very soon. And I also feel like if you need to reach out to me for a reading, some of you may be thinking about getting a reading or not sure what to do, please reach out to me and I'll be glad to help you out. Sometimes, a tarot reading when you're feeling not quite yourself can make you have some hope, because we can tap into the energy of you and your divine masculine and see perhaps what's missing. So there'll be advice as well, all right? So if you book a reading with me, you can choose the 30-minute or the 60-minute option. Alternatively, if you feel like your whole life needs a bit of a change, I do now offer the Ascension package in modules to make it more affordable. So you don't need to buy it you know, as a whole package, you can just buy a video, you know, a video at a time. And there's a series of 9 videos. So if you're interested in that, let me know. If you're not sure why your divine masculine's not coming into you at this time, you may need to do my manifesting twin flame video, which is an hour video that can really help get into union. And that is also recommended with the ascension package, because the knowledge that you learn from the ascension package, if you haven't done it before, is knowledge that you can take through life, okay? And you can stay in a fifth dimensional consciousness and above, so you can live from a spiritual place rather than the old paradigm, which is, you know, the third dimensional consciousness, which is getting people into lots of trouble, and also making people feel very sad, very lonely, very out of balance, and also disconnected from not only themselves but also from their counterpart. And of course, the reason we're all here is because we want to get into union with our twin flame. All right, so hit me up if you need me, and I'm sending you love, peace and light from Australia. And if you haven't liked or shared or subscribed, or I don't know, got a cuppa yet, why not pause the video and get a cuppa? I'm about to say goodbye, but you know, that kind of makes everything better, I think. All right, have a beautiful day, night, afternoon, evening or morning, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.